Today we are factoring trinomials. So we're going to start off by reviewing. We have two binomials. We're going to multiply to find the product. So let's do box method. 2x plus 3, x minus 4. X times 2x is 2x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Negative 4 times 2x is negative 8x. And negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. So if I combine the two like terms, I get 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 as my product. Okay, so this is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So the square term, that's a. The term with x is b. And the term with no x, the constant, that's your c. So first we're going to learn how to factor by grouping. So remember what factoring is. It's the reverse of multiplication. So we multiplied this to find the product. Now we're going to start with the product and we're going to reverse it to find the two factors. So that's called factoring when you go in the opposite order. So first we're going to learn how to factor by grouping. So we're going to take this product, the same product that we just got, and we're going to factor it. So factoring by grouping, we're going to need 4 terms. Well, we only have 3 here. So in order to find the fourth term, I am going to multiply the first term and the last term. So I'm trying to find 2 terms here. So I'm going to take the first term and the last term. That's your A times your C. So negative 12 times 2 is negative 24. And we're going to see what multiplies to get negative 24, but adds to get the middle term. So remember these tables. So I want to see what multiplies to get negative 24, but adds to get negative 5. So I'm going to go down the list of all the factors of 24. 1 times negative 24, 2 times negative 12, 3 times negative 8, 4 times negative 6, and then they start repeating. So out of these, which one adds to get negative 5? These two numbers add to get negative 5. So those are the two I'm going to use. So I always like to put the negative one first if there's a negative. So I'm going to put negative 8x and a positive 5x. So now I have 2 terms. I have 4 terms total. So I'm going to put parentheses around these and group them. So now I'm going to find the GCF of each group. 2x squared and negative 8x. Well, they both have an x, so I'm going to put an x. And they both can be divided by 2. So I'm going to divide both of these by 2. The GCF is 2, so when I divide by 2, I get x for this term. And when I divide negative 8x divided by 2x, I get negative 4. Okay? Oops, this is incorrect. It's supposed to be a 3, not a 5. Okay, so the GCF of 3x and negative 12 is a positive 3. So when I divide both terms by 3, I get x minus 4. So notice that I have x minus 4 and x minus 4 in both. So x minus 4, that's going to be one of my factors. The other factor you kind of create by factoring. So if you take out x minus 4 from this group, what you have left is 2x. If you take out x minus 4 from this term, what you have left is plus 3. So those are your two factors. If you were to multiply these using FOIL or box, you will get the product. And that's how you could check. So these two, these are called factors. Then when you multiply them, that's called the product. Now let's use a different method called the box method. I think most of y'all are going to like this just because it's more visual. Okay, so factoring using box method. So we're going to start off with the same trinomial, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. So for the box, I need 4 terms. I know the x squared term goes here. I know the constant term goes here. But I don't know what term goes here. Because I have 1 term, I need to come up with 2 terms to put here. So I'm going to do the same thing that we did. So I'm going to multiply a times c. I get negative 24. And I'm going to use b. So I'm going to see what multiplies to get negative 24, what adds to get negative 5. So this is the same problem. So we already know that it is 3 and negative 8. So I'm going to have 3x and negative 8x. So now I'm going to find the greatest common factor. So 2x and negative 8x. What's the GCF of 2 and negative 8? 2. And I already know x squared, x times x has to go here. Okay, so if I know 2x goes here, 2x times what gives me negative 8? 2x times negative 4 gives me negative 8. And x times what gives me 3x? 3. So let's check. 2x times x gives me 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 gives me negative 8x. X times 3 gives me 3x. And 3 times negative 4 gives me negative 12. Okay, so my factors are what's outside. X minus 4 and 2x plus 3.